Hey, and welcome to another episode. Let's talk about Meghan on a mission. If this was a movie, I suspect this is how it plays out. Obviously, Meghan studied Princess Diana, everything about her, the way she walked, the way she moved, the way she dressed, what perfume she wore, what she loved, her passions, even her spirituality. Meghan then went and hunted down the youngest boy, whatever you want to call him, because obviously he was very, very vulnerable. We all know that he had lots of anxiety, depression, and suffered PTSD as well. She went in and she was on a mission to destroy him, destroy the royal family, and do everything incorrect. Everything the Queen wanted her to do, she did the opposite. She wore ugly clothes, she wore crinkled clothes because she wanted you to hate her. She wanted you to comment about it. She wore beige all the time because that was another one of her, oh, they made me wear beige. But of course, light colours make your skin appear darker. And then she used the race card. All the while collecting photos when she was busted in Buckingham Palace, taking photos of Princess Charlotte's room and other areas of the palace that she wasn't meant to be in. Those photos are obviously stored for later. They are actually a little bit of her investment for the future. You see, because she had a plan straight up. Of course, we know she had dealings with Prince Andrew in the beginning. She will also sell that story, and she will sell that story hard and confirm all the rumours and all that about Andrew as well. That is also an investment to Meghan Markle. Now then we go to the babies. You know, we pretend we have children. We don't have children. She doesn't deliver children, carry children, deliver children, etc. Obviously, they don't belong in the line of succession. When we come to the end of the movie, we see how she uses that as her plot and plan in the movie. In the meantime, she disses all her family, knowing damn well she would never ever have a relationship with them again. And of course, she doesn't have to sell anything there. She doesn't have to sell a story there. So there's nothing that they can do or say that actually, at this point in time, let's wait for the encore, at this point in time that they can do to hurt her or put her off her plan of attack. All the while, she's been putting out nasty puff pieces about herself, because that way she can be the world's most hated person. You see, being the world's most hated person is an asset for her. Again, this is an asset for later, something that she's put in the bank also. All the meanwhile, she's been taking video footage. This is in the movie here. She's been taking video footage, photographs, and everything got to do with Harry, his drug abuse, photos and videos of the children as they grow. All, again, an asset that she's going to just put away for later. All the while, wherever she goes, she leaves a terrible scent of distaste in people's mouths. But that's what she wants to do. But she keeps two people very, very close to her, one being Oprah and the other one being Ellen DeGeneres. Those people, those friendships there cannot fall apart at any cost, because they are also assets for later. At this point in this movie here, this scenario, we are destroying as much mental health of Harry's that she could possibly do, by bullying him, by using him, by manipulating him, by getting him to do this and do that, and really wrecking his mental health to the point where he hates everybody. all his family, all his friends, all his ex-army friends, everybody in his life he loathes. So then Harry becomes the most damaged person that's ever come across Meghan Markle. But that's also put on the back burner for her. You see, Meghan was on a mission. Meghan wanted to portray that she was a loving, caring, kind person, but always got backlash and always got hate. That's an asset to Meghan. All these things piling up are an asset to Meghan in the game of ruining Harry, getting racism ignited again in the world, making people against each other again, or trying to get people to come against each other, black, white, etc., because she went to one of the Anglo-Saxon places in the world, white people, to play her race card. Where else was she going to go to play that card? Think about that. That's also in the back burner. Meghan also organised lots of things behind the scenes. Let's talk about the squatties. I mean, people that talk about the royal family and Meghan, if you go to any YouTube channel, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but any YouTuber in the so-called Mexit community that talks about Meghan and Harry, I have never heard one of them. And back months and months and months ago, I was following a lot of them, listening to a lot of videos. I have never heard one of them wish harm on them, instigate violence or anything like that. But yet the squatties, that's all they do. And it's all instigated with racism. Because clearly, I mean, there's a lot of coloured people that also have YouTube channels that talk about Meghan and Harry. But the squatties are mainly of people of colour. She gets joy out of that because she has portrayed that she's a kind and caring person and all about mental health and blah, blah, blah. But she's exercising her nastiness through other people and getting everybody else to do the dirty work. You see, when the time comes, and if the time comes, she will then sell those photos she took at Buckingham Palace, the jewels and watches that she received from the royal family. They obviously will be auctioned. She will go to Oprah and Ellen DeGeneres to put out her story, because who else is going to listen to her? But she's knowing those two are going to pay the big bucks to her. She knows she has destroyed Harry to the point of no return, which let's hope he does not do anything silly, because he will be shattered, a gutted person when he takes the blindfold off and sees exactly what played out here. She then, with all the video footage and photo footage, if the king exercises his right to take those children from them, which he very well can, because let's face it, Fergie, when they got divorced, those children were still on palace grounds, and Diana and Charles, those children were obviously still with the royal family. These would be the only royal children that are not in the royal family, as in on the palace grounds or in the vicinity of royalty. So he can and very well might exercise his right, and Harry may ask his father to exercise that right to have his children. Meghan, I believe, will give those children away just like she gave everything else in her life away, because there's no connection with those children. So she gets away with money, interviews, selling stuff for the royal family, things, private information from the royal family, and unscathed with not carrying a child, delivering a child, and having to raise children. But yet she has all the photos, all the videos, and everything possible to try and still bring down the royal family. What Meghan doesn't realise that she may have all these plans in place. I mean, we're just talking about a movie here, okay? Let's pretend we're writing a script. What Meghan doesn't realise that, people go on and on and on about the Markles. They must know more, they must know more, they must know this, they must know that. Well, obviously they do. Now, why on earth would they not hold an ace or two or three up their sleeve in order to help Buckingham Palace? Whilst Meghan wants to destroy Buckingham Palace in this movie, and obviously Harry will be destroyed, unfortunately, and those children will have, obviously, some mental health issues that they will have to work through. So for her, it's kind of mission accomplished. Meghan tried to break her back and send people to her father's home to get certain things, not just the letter. Certain things that will absolutely destroy her. Tried to get people to break in, tried to con them, tried to this, tried to that. Now, if they didn't hold certain things close to their chest, I mean, who would be the winner here? Obviously, it would be Meghan. No one's going to listen to her. No one's going to believe her when all this comes out, etc. But she will make millions and millions and millions of dollars. And she won't care that she's the most hated woman in the world because she is popular for that. And that's all she's ever wanted. So her mission would absolutely be complete in her eyes. If the Markles did not have anything ready to go, she would achieve the ultimate try to take down of the royal family, even though that wouldn't happen. But then if the Markles come out with some absolute aces up their sleeves, they then would absolutely finish this character, Meghan Markle. So when people keep banging on about they must know more, they must know more, they must tell us, they must tell us, I mean, they've got to keep something behind, eh? They've got to keep a few things behind, hey? Because that will benefit everybody except Meghan Markle. Sounds like a good movie, doesn't it? Have yourselves a lovely day. Chat soon.